Ladies and gentlemen, I play this game. It's called Wizards of Legend. Now, it's a dungeon crawler. Basically, what that means is you start off with a set amount of things, and you have to crawl through this dungeon. And usually it's a randomized thing, and you accumulate items and powers along the way. And as you progress, you fight harder and harder rooms until you're at the end and you have to fight this boss. And typically a good dungeon crawler makes you start off with stuff that you wouldn't be able to fight the boss with. Like if you were to go in to the boss room in the beginning, you wouldn't have any luck, but by the end, after you have accumulated all these items and you've battled all these challenges along the way and built yourself up, you're able to take on the boss. Now, Wizards of Legend is a cool dungeon crawler because it has a lot of customization. You have 5 different types of spells. You have earth, fire, water, air, and lightning. So it's the elements of the avatar that everybody can control, plus lightning, which people can control in Avatar. But anyway, and you have all these spells, and you can customize them. You have a basic attack, like a punch. You have a dash that moves you, and then you have these 2 other spells, and they can be anything. It ranges from this choke slam that you can do to shooting a laser beam to riding around on a surfboard. Like there's tons and tons of stuff you can do, and there's all these unique types of elements, and it's just a really fun game. I highly encourage anybody to play it. And in the game, they have this boss. His name is Sura. And it's a pretty tough boss. I know a lot of people struggle with it in the beginning, and after you beat it, you get a 6th type of element called Chaos. And Chaos is really good, and it's the best element out of all of them, and it usually has bonuses that the other elements won't have. Like it'll do a little bit more damage than the previous spell of a certain class, or it'll be a little stronger, or activate a little quicker. Usually you can't spam them as much. They have longer cooldowns, but they're always a better version of a spell. Or not always a better version, but it's usually the best type of spell you can find. Anyway, Wizards of Legend just had an update 4 weeks ago, and they added... So they have the final boss, and they added a 3rd phase to him. Usually he's a 2-phase boss. He starts off, he has this big avatar around him, this big blue avatar, and you have to beat up the avatar, and that has blue health, and you take that down. And then you beat him up, and you can combo him while he's out of this state, and you can do damage to him. And then he'll regenerate his avatar, and you gotta do it a couple of times. Usually it takes about 5 times. And after you beat the avatar form, he has his normal form, which is he'll throw out all 5 of the basic elements: earth, fire, water, air, lightning, and then he'll throw out a chaos attack, the strongest one. And after that, he's able to be hit. So, you have to be good at dodging, and you're running around, and then for him, and he throws out a bunch of attacks, and once he's done doing his attacks, he throws out chaos one, you gotta dodge that, and then you can attack him. And it's a tough boss fight, but people beat it all the time. It's not all that hard, especially if you've done it a couple of times. He gets pretty easy. But they just added this 3rd mode to him, this 3rd phase, and this phase is only activatable by choice. So you don't have to activate it by any means, and you'll still get a chaos arcana or a chaos spell at the end, which is what you want. That's like your reward, your progression. So you don't have to do it, but if you do, you can get this cool item. I'm not going to go into it, but there's like a reward for doing it, and it's also cool to say, you beat the hardest mode of any game. Anyway, you have to break these 2 torches that spawn, and if you break them, you activate his 3rd mode when you fight him, and his 3rd mode is brutal. I've seen 3 people beat it on YouTube so far. It's been out for 4 weeks, so, it's been out for a good amount of time, and a good amount of people play this game, and very few footage of him getting beat. And one of the ways I saw him getting beat was this guy had basically this cheating build. It was within the rules of the game, but he was intangible the whole time, so he couldn't be hit. And I'm like, oh well, that's cool. I wanna do that. I want to be intangible. I want to fight this guy because he's beaten me up quite a bit of times at phase 3, and I'm like, I want to kick some. And so yeah, I'm planning on doing that, but it requires some stuff that I don't have, so I'm gonna have to beat the game. Anyway, I'm on the grind to beat the game so I can get the stuff I need to be intangible. But I've also seen this other class beat him, and this class there's this earth build. If you have 7 earth spells in your hand when you're fighting the boss, you don't take any knockback, so that's like really good. And it's kind of like a build-up, like you really have to get all 7 earth spells or it's not any good. And earth, or it's like a good element and all, but it's not chaos, and chaos is like really good, and you should be using chaos if you've been in the game before, and especially if you're trying to fight the hardest thing, you should be using the best stuff. So anyway, I saw this guy beat it with earth, and I was like, oh, that's cool, because this lack of knockback thing seems really strong. And I'm like, I'm gonna use this earth spell because it looks like fun, and I'm gonna use this earth build because it looks like fun, and I'm gonna see if I can beat the final boss with it. Anyway, I wasn't trying to beat the 3rd phase. I was just going in for the 2nd phase because I just wanted the item and to leave. But I show up at the thing, and I look at the torches. And I'm like, man, I gotta do this. I can't. I can beat it while I'm intangible, but there's so much more glory and self-pride if I can just beat it normally. So I decided to break the torches, and this is how it went. Do I break the candles? Kinda want to. Do I break it? No, let's just be a good boy. I don't know. Would be cool. Can I break just one? See how it feels. for the hard mode. Let's go! Woo! Fuck yeah! Eat shit! Oh my god, I was sweating the whole time through that. Wow. Oh shit. Let's fucking go. Woo! Oh, I was so focused. Oh. Oh, I'm so glad I didn't do cheese. I'm so glad I just broke those. Oh my goodness, I'm sick. Alright. This earth spell and this cake, so OP. Oh my goodness. Oof. Oh, eat shit. Oh, and I got the OP one too. That's awesome. Alright, I'm just going through this if anybody on YouTube's gonna watch. Oh wow, I could have died too. I forgot I had the tiara that revives you. Neve's Emerald and Dependable Cake make for a stupidly bulky build. Plus I have Grit, so I was just like defending everything. Like I was in that fight taking a ton more damage than I should have. Like if I didn't have those, forget about it. I was dead way before I even started doing damage to them. And I just got really lucky with a lot of this stuff. Like the cursed relics were just deal 20 extra damage was incredible, and all chaos gems are found, but transmitted to gold just let me do the run in one go run, so I didn't have to return to the beginning like some people might. Whew. Oh. Oh. Damn. And that's the build. I gotta hit suppose.